Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Sorry for the low energy. I'm exhausted. Came back from carry. It's like to 12, damn near into the next day in my country. I'm exhausted, low energy, but a man's got to do what a man's got to do, right? Video. Lil Nas X just lost everything. Lil Nas X has been on some shit lately, but he was walking around naked, dick swinging in the air. All sorts of shit, honestly. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with him, but it seems like there's an update. He looks like he's been imprisoned, at least from the thumbnail. Video by Jamari. Let's find out what's going on with these guys, man.
So just last weekend, I told you guys about how Lil Nas X had lost his mind running around the streets of LA at 4 in the morning in nothing but his whitey tighties. The reports were that he had punched a police officer and then was taken to the hospital. Then once they knew he was okay, he was taken to jail, where he would have to wait until yesterday to finally see the judge. And let me tell you guys, this whole situation has gotten way worse than I initially thought, with the pop star now facing multiple felony charges and potential years in prison. So as you guys can see, Lil Nas X has pled not guilty to felony charges, and his bail has been set at $75,000. Like I told you guys, he had to spend the weekend in jail, and this would be the first time that we would see him since the incident occurred.
The story getting a lot of attention. Lil Nas X made his first court appearance following a bizarre incident down Ventura Boulevard and his subsequent arrest.
The singer pleaded not guilty to felony charges. Video obtained by TMZ shows the Grammy-winning artist strutting in Studio City early last Thursday wearing nothing but underwear and cowboy boots.
And it's interesting that he ends up pleading not guilty to these charges because
Look at this dude's face, bro. It's a far cry from who he was as Old Town Road, the Old Town Road singer. He had so much light in his eyes, so much joy, excitement, like a kid finally seeing his dream come true. Who's this dude, bro? Just look at his eyes, bro. Like, you're in prison. How did we get here? How did we get here? From your dreams coming true, finally blowing up, making all that money, to the gay allegations, the 666 shoes, and now prison, bro. Is this how you pictured your life going? That's crazy.
in a little bit I'm going to be showing you guys the courtroom footage, and the guy's lawyer is going to claim that he wasn't even on drugs in the first place, which is pretty strange considering the initial reports were that he was like potentially ODing, which never really made sense. I mean, I don't know anyone who's overdosed and then continued to go walk the streets of LA.
Not only was he wandering around in his underwear, but he eventually was wandering around naked.
God
His
damn.
first court appearance here at the Van Nuys Courthouse was brief, and he got what he wanted. He's going to be released on bail, but with some conditions.
So not only did this guy assault 3 police officers, but he was also potentially naked while doing so. I mean, honestly, the guy is lucky to still have his life because that type of situation goes left so fast so often.
For Lil Nas X, whose real name is Montero Lamar Hill, pleaded not guilty to the 4 felony charges he's facing. This is him making his first court appearance earlier today.
God damn, he's still singing that song?
I'll be late to the party tonight.
Oh, I guess they just like fucked up the clip. I thought that boy was still going, oh, nah, nah, nah.
He was only wearing underwear and white boots. He was spotted later naked and wandering on the street.
And I don't know if it's like a gay dude thing, but like the type of whitey tighties he was wearing, I would think would be mad uncomfortable to be just like sitting in all day.
The Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office has charged Montero Lamar Hill with 3 felony counts of battery with an injury on a police officer.
Damn.
And 1 felony count of resisting an executive officer. The LAPD says when officers approached the rapper, he charged at them.
Yeah, this is really not a good situation for him at all. I mean, catching 3 potential felony charges could obviously result in multiple years in prison, and they don't even care if you were on drugs. I don't even know how much they might care if you were going through a bout of like psychosis or how easy that would be to prove, because I do think that's the angle they're gonna take here. And his father would actually speak to the media after bailing his son out of jail.
He's in good spirit. He's all right. He's very remorseful for what happened, but it can happen to any family, He's going to get the help that he needs.
It's happening to what? To any family? Hell no, bro. It's only happening to yours. Ain't nobody family member going around singing "na na na" in tight ears on the streets, bro. No, no, no. It's just your family, you know. It's not happening to any family. It's just happening to yours. What's going on with your son? You have to sit him down and really talk to him, bro, because whatever he's on, if it's not drugs, then it's his mind state. Whatever he's on, bro, he needs to get off of it quick, like ASAP. Like jump out the car quick, you know, jump out the car full speed type quick, cause you know it's looking bad, man. It's looking bad.
And just keep him in your prayers. Give him the same grace and mercy that God give everyone.
I mean, me personally, I do believe in like a merciful God. I don't believe in like a petty God like some Christians seem to do. But obviously, given his track record of mocking Jesus and mocking Christians and mocking Catholics, there has been a lot of rhetoric online of basically like, oh, this is finally the karma hitting him.
He's doing great mentally. He's doing great mentally.
What was that first conversation like with him?
It's all
Fame makes people do the stupidest shit, man. Fame makes people do the stupidest shit. Because what honestly did you hope from antagonizing the religious community? What did you hope to gain? Besides alienating your fans, temporarily boosting your numbers simply because of the attention and shock value that creates, right? But the thing with all these shock value is once the shock wears off, it goes right back down, sometimes even lower, because people now are just disappointed. People are turned off by your music. They're not gonna come back. So what honestly, did you really think about it? Did you plan ahead, or you were just looking for the next high? You were just looking for what can you do next that's going to make people outrage and give you the numbers temporarily and probably the money? Like what? What? I don't get it.
awesome. Awesome. We shed tears. We shed laughter. But he's in great spirit. Give God all the glory. Give God all the glory. That's what he's going to do when he first get out.
And it's so ironic, he seems to have this father that's all about God. I believe I saw an interview where he said that, you know, his family is pretty religious, including his grandmother who raised him.
I also had to think about like how many of my family members are like Christian, like my grandmothers and stuff, and you know, like aunties and things like that. And I'm like, wow, like, do they see this as that too?
So I'm sure they were very conflicted seeing the type of music and imagery he was putting out there.
Hill's charges include 3 counts of battery on a police officer and 1 count of resisting arrest.
And so obviously y'all saw the footage of him getting into that car. Lil Nas X has left jail after posting the $75,000 bail. So maybe the guy's not totally broke as many have speculated at this point. Just wanted to show you guys a couple of photos of his release. I mean, for his standards, the guy is looking pretty rough. You know, maybe 2 days in the pen really changed him. And here is some actual footage from the courtroom where Lil Nas is addressed by the judge.
So calling the case of People versus Montero Hill, case number 25 BWCF 0. Led up to his arrest. I did not observe the arrest.
Bro looks so docile, right? Looks so humble behind those bars. Where's all that braggadocious nature, bro? Where's, you know, whatever. I guess it's gone when the cameras are off and you're dealing with real life shit, eh? Man, I support every person who's making it out, but damn, like sometimes you just have to wonder, is this worth it? Is all this worth it? All the fame, money, everything. Like if it was so good, if it was so satisfying, if it was so, you know, everything they want us to believe it is, how come so many of these people just end up washed and tired and dead inside and fiending for attention and unsatisfied with their lives? Like look at Designer, look at Lil Durk, look at Yeezy, look at Lil Nas, look at Will Smith, look at Drake. Like there's so many case studies you can throw out there. Like if really this is the pinnacle of happiness, why do all these people look so sad and tired? Why?
A speedy preliminary hearing within 10 court days of today, 60 calendar days. Do you understand and give up that right so your case could be set for preliminary?
And can we just acknowledge for a second how fucked up this courtroom setup is? I mean, don't get me wrong, I know the guy assaulted a police officer, And I guess maybe they see him as a danger, but can the man really not at least stand in front of the judge even if you have to handcuff him? Like, they pretty much have the guy in this whole other holding cell like he's fucking Hannibal Hector or some shit.
That's correct, Your Honor, but we just don't know whether that was actually factually accurate or just some officer's hunch that was uncorroborated. We don't know what happened. I'm assuming they drew blood or tested him, so at some point we'll find out, but right now there's nothing in the record that drugs were even a part of this.
Like I said earlier, now they're saying that drugs were not a part of this. She alludes there to the idea that they might have drawn some blood from him so they could take some sort of test.
If this wasn't done by drugs, Lil Nas has some major balls, pause, and pun intended, to walk the streets naked. And even apparently butt naked at some point. You know? I know people do the craziest things for attention, especially when you're a public figure who has based his whole career off shock value. But it takes a different kind of mentality to actually go butt naked. Like, forget the tidy whities. Like, he went raw butt naked in the street. And that wasn't drugs. If that wasn't drugs, bruh, Nas X is on some shit, for real.
But if they're gonna go the whole psychosis, mental health, manic episode route, I do think that this whole situation is going to get very polarizing.
And so this is just an aberrant episode and in an otherwise productive life. To call his life productive, I think, would be an understatement. I think it's a remarkable life.
You're going to set bail at $75,000.
Nothing remarkable about walking around naked, that's for sure. Yeah, have you done good? Are you big? Are you famous? Yes. But are you? I think that's the most important question, because it's not looking like the case, bruh. It's not.
And if he makes that bail, he's ordered to not own, use, or possess any illegal narcotics, attend 4 NA meetings per week, or enroll in an outpatient drug program.
God damn. He said, I don't give a damn. If you're getting this probation, you still are going to go to rehab, my boy. I mean, just look at the deep sorrow on this guy's face.
So, Mr. Hill, do you understand and accept those conditions?
Yes.
I'm saying, what's up with this bullshit ass setup they got?
Bruh, why does he look so remorseful, bruh? You tasted the real life, you tasted the brutal nature of the other side. Why do you look so, what's going on with your face, G? I've never seen you look like this, even when you're trying to be sad for a music video. That's crazy. Like, bro looks like, man, I'm trolling.
And his attorney would speak after the hearing.
Don't forget, he's 26 years old. So it's not unusual for something like this to happen.
It's very unusual. Very unusual. No average 26-year-old is walking around butt naked and having someone film them. That's for sure. Yeah, sure. That is not usual, bro. Don't say it's not unusual. It is very unusual. Especially more so for a public figure.
When you have the pressure of being recognized internationally like him. And so we're going to do our best to address these things. And the best way to do that is just get the team and surround him with a team of people. You can see how much his dad cares, his family cares. And
so is this guy trying to suggest, like, oh, this only happened and he only got caught because he's so recognizable and so famous? I mean, I would go out on a limb and guess that if you have a 6-foot-something guy walking around naked in the streets of a very populated area, he's going to get arrested no matter what.
And we're just getting this, like, outpouring of love and support for him. It's really...
How tall is Nas X?
Unbelievable.
And I'm pretty sure I saw a report that this guy that Lil Nas hired is actually like Donald Trump's ex-lawyer. Like I said earlier, here comes the polarizing takes. You got a lot of people saying this. Lil Nas X is an example of why you should never play with God or mock him. And then you have other people saying stuff like this. Lil Nas X is facing years in prison for having a mental health crisis. But Donald Trump, who is a felon himself, is the president right now. Make it make fucking sense. And to me, it's like, okay, let's not act like he is completely
Google says he's like 6'1". He looks taller than 6'1" though.
absolved from everything that happened. I mean, at the end of the day, the guy stripped down naked in public and allegedly assaulted multiple police officers while doing so. So to me, whether it's like drugs or a psychotic break, that doesn't mean he's just going to be in the clear, and I think from here he's going to really be fighting an uphill battle. I mean, yeah guys, at this point it's really not looking good for Lil Nas X. I mean, I would think that when it comes to his career and him being a pop star, like, those days are really over. This is probably all an absolute nightmare for the label after he was already trending downward, and then he does something like this, and I'm almost positive that they're pretty much going to discard him altogether. But I will continue to keep you updated on this situation. This is obviously something that could take, you know, multiple years to unfold at this point. Y'all let me know y'all's thoughts down below in the comments. I also want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing.
This is the stupidest take I've ever seen. Lil Nas X is facing years in prison for having a mental health crisis, but Donald Trump, who is a felon himself, is the president right now. Make it make sense. So you would rather, you know, Lil Nas be left on the street simply because your president is a felon too, right? Right? So people can go around walking butt naked in the streets simply because your president is a felon, right? Now, that's not to excuse the fact that Donald Trump is your president, but that's a fact that can no longer be changed. Whether you voted for him or not, he's there now. There's nothing you can do about it. But Lil Nas, why? So simply based off the fact that your president is Donald Trump, Lil Nas should be let go from prison, right? Might as well open the cell gates for every other person who's in there, yeah? Simply because Donald Trump is a felon too. What sort of take is this, bro? Please.
But as you guys know, it's
Yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Honestly, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I still have to edit these videos. Psych, I'm not going to edit these videos, but I still have to make thumbnails and shit. You know, still have a lot to do. But yeah, I have a headache. I'm tired, so I'm just going to go off. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys, even though, you know, I don't have an audience yet. But whenever you're seeing this later on, you know, when it has like 200K views, I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Bye.